Dublin Marley here, back again, playing some more War in the Sea, and playing a new mod. I took my save game and I saved it from my last playthrough, mainly because this is insane and I had to play Insanity. So, US versus Russia and Japan in 1940 November. Very interesting. Looks like we got a level 5, level 5. Those are going to probably be difficult. So, looking at Japan stuff, $120 for a carrier. Ooh, costly. I have two carriers. That might you might want to give Japan more carriers. I'm just saying. So Japan has a total of 5 carriers. So that what that tells me is I need to be very careful. So what I think I'm going to first go off and look at this. Well, you know what? If I can increase it, I'm increasing it. Nope, he's short. He's short. And you notice how these guys have like no troops. So that's going to be an issue quickly. Um, let's see what planes they got. They got the belt. Yeah. I think you just increase it right off the bat. Anything that can be increased, you need to increase. For sure. Huh. Pretty sure. I thought we controlled that. There's going to be historical inaccuracies. I accept that. All right. First things first. Let's go with New C. Let's go to DD. Yeah, they're. You know what? I like that he's changed the prices for the destroyers. All right, that's interesting. I like that. Well, oh shit! Won't even let me build him there. Touche. Well, I want. One, two. And then let's go take a look at the merchant ships. Are they all 10? Alright, they're all 10. No idea how much this holds. But let's just make a complete merchant fleet. And let's put 2 AOs on there. That's expensive, man. Alright. Well, take troops, take troops. So yeah, it's 300. Alright. I think the first place is that. Our first one is that. And we're just going to slowly build up our guys as we go. And then the second one, New Sea. And I hate to do this, but that's 40. What do you got sitting over here in Nagasaki? It could build one there, hit Okinawa real quick. I have a feeling money is not going to be an issue in this game. So we can kind of not worry too much about it. Alright, manage cargo. Troops. Troops. Alright. And let's run him down to there. Alright, so we got 2 supplies. This is probably going to sound blasphemous. Now, I want to capture these little itty-bitty ports as fast as possible. It might be the fastest way. Let's see what Russia has to offer. Oh man, they expensive. And these are obviously inferior to the Japanese ones. And their destroyer escorts cost 10. And that costs... This costs 15. Probably want to do a pass over the cost for the ships. I would just say that that's pretty insane. So let's go back to the Japanese. That looks like the best one. Alright, let's play the game. It's 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 4. 5. Mainly it's just to give the enemy targets. So those 5. I still have quite a bit of money. Alright, let's go to Japan has no destroyer escorts. But we have my favorite right here. Though it has no sonar. So let's do new sea. We'll do 2 of those, and then the rest will Moni it out. Let's look. Alright, 48, not bad. Manage cargo. I'm going to try and reinforce all these little bases up. And I'll use those kind of to do it. But I also want to build these to level 5 airfields because I don't know what's coming at me. And if you look at the Americans and the British, they've got like 60 carriers, and I've got 5. It's gonna be nuts. Alright, I got $65 still. One of the reasons I'm investing so heavily in subs right now is because I think taking these bases is very important. For money reasons. But then it will give me just a ton of subs out here, and I'll probably combine several of them up, and I can guard random bases. All right, new C. All right. Let me check 104. Yep. All right. So those three are done. And I can afford 2 more subs. And these 5 are done. I could go grab this guy. And this guy. Well, I'm already committed. Just because I know how the finances are going to be, I know I can probably I know I can probably wait. All right. So that guy, that guy, that guy, that guy, and that guy. And that leaves this one. And theoretically, I have one more making. Oh, 2 more. Johnson, they can have. Enjoy. We'll send a destroyer to that one. Alright, let's name these guys. You are South Supply. And you are going to be North Supply. I want to get these built up because they don't have any troops at all. And this guy can take care of these 3 quickly. Alright, there's all my money. Let's look at the air. Alright, I got Betty's, Air Cobras. I don't know what these are, but they got rockets. Rockets are cool. These got rockets too. So I probably want to just... And these guys can go far. Something like that. Let's start up here at New Air. Yeah, it's like... That's like nothing right here. Might as well. Now can I launch? Sweet. I was hoping it would let me. Alright, 12 torpedo planes. And to be honest, I kind of like this, actually. Kind of to guard that guy. Now, I'm sure this is going to burn me. But I have the rockets for enclosed stuff. I'm hoping these guys just catch stuff out in the open. All right. What a madness, man. What madness. All right, new air. Man, these guys are hurting. And I'll leave Okinawa, Japan, and this one open so I can... How many buddies is that? 8. How many buddies is this? 8. Yeah. And let's see here. Task Force. This one, we're going to name you guys the Moni Express. Alright, let the madness begin. Holy shit. Alright, never mind. Was not expecting... Well, I just screws this all up. I think we just do this immediately. Let's mark these just in case they disappear. All right. This is going to be a problem down here. No, you now go there. All right. New air. I don't know how far that is. There you go. All right, new air. 18-0. We'll see whatever that does to it. Yeah, it's good range. Madness. Complete and utter madness. Oh wow, there's two there. Um, yeah. Let's see if we can get to that one. All right. You go south to them. All right, all right. All right, let's get you a little bit closer. All right, good. This is madness. All right. Oh no. Visual issues? Or the sub? Oh no, the subs they're underwater. Well, shoot. Kind of disappointed. Um, you head towards those. We'll let this guy head towards that asshole. And you're almost there. All right. All right. Form up. Floor it. Well, this is the wrong plane to bring. All right. I mean, I got the ammo. It's free. All right, everybody go after that one. Man, this is gonna be brutal slog. Well, let's see how that looks. There we go. Oh crap. He's got the ship deflection stuff, so him and Yort have been talking. Been trading secrets. I mean that's sinking. One out of two ain't bad. Let's retreat that. Hey, command point. Alright, return to base. Alright. Let's see what else I get here. Ooh, yeah. Stupid British. Here's the problem with this is I don't know if I'm going to be even good for a torpedo run here. Yeah, they're turning towards me. So they're just going to deflect off. I don't need a lot of hits though. I don't know if I have to pay for it or not, so... Come on, don't deflect. Yeah, it deflected. There we go. Well, that looks really good. Come on, just blow up. You know, as I look through this, there's so many different models. Like, I feel like he's not getting everything. Like the destroyer escorts and stuff like that. Really? He's gonna survive that. Double flames. So he had to have at least 6 fires. Alright, that's a little better. But I still haven't heard an explosion yet. I thought he was a goner for sure. There it is. So the torpedoes from planes, I think have the same explosive capabilities as sub ones. That's something you might want to look into. Alright, return to base. Let's just pop him. Oh shit, there's too many. Let's see how this works. Yeah, they're just gonna destroy these things. I wonder if you can do the trick where all you use is fighters to destroy a battleship. I'm not sure how powerful these are, though. Oh yeah, he's toast. Like, I don't care how good your fire control is, man. If you're burning everywhere, you did put that out. I'm kind of curious why I'm not hearing the explosions. Very curious. And he's still going 17, 18, 19. Yeah, he's toast. There they go. It took a long time. Yeah, I might have to hit him. Oh, he's going 7 knots now. There we go. This is why I didn't buy a... This is why I didn't bother buying a fleet. Let's new air. Let's see if we can find that asshole. And see if we can find them. Alright, let's begin. Alright. And let's get you maxed out and drop you down. And let's get you to attack. Let's go, boys. Now, can I get to him in time? Probably. And this is a sub, so he's just gonna get tore up. No, no, no. I feel cheated. Moderate. Well, I didn't sink him. I'm not too worried about a submarine hanging out back there, though. Alright, let's go over to this guy. Yeah. Encounter with Tokyo. Alright, let's go with the vowels. Alright, go get them, boys. How close am I? Might not be able to get this guy. We'll let them dive. I'm just curious if it can damage him or not. Damn. Yeah. Well, at least they improved the sub chances here. Alright, let's get you in here. See whatever that is. Excuse me. Alright. Well, everybody attack. Go get him, boys. Oh shit, there's two. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it's probably a sunk ship right there. Ah, the other guy went down. One out of two ain't bad. I'll take it. Mainly because it just gives me more money. Ugh, that guy's annoying. We'll go with the air cobras and rockets. My God, this is going to be crazy. Yeah. Well, that one's just going to have to stay. Yeah, I'm tracking. Alright, let's begin with the air cobras. Alright, one sub. Come on, guys. You got rockets. You just gotta get there quickly. These are kind of slow, though. Oh, says they're going 190. I'm just testing things out. I am pretty sure those are going to be horrible now. Nope. They're not even going to fire. Damn, them subs got a pretty good... right. Oh, shit. Well, that's convenient. He's here. I know he's there. I'm just tactical in it. Alright. We'll just search for him. Something like that. Alright, you go for those guys. You know, might be too much stuff too close to start the war. And like surface ships in the Sea of Japan, it just seems a little insane. Oh no, it's nighttime. Well, at least I got some time here. There's not much I can do about that guy. Alright. Let's drop off troops. And let's go get you some more troops to put on these guys. I kind of had a feeling this is how this was going to go. Alright. Go get him. Alright. We'll use the valves. I hate that. Sometimes it automatically stops it. Other times it doesn't. Alright. Alright, go get them, boys. It's probably too far, though. Oh, he's still up. Get him now, get him now. There we go. I'm guessing that probably was enough. Let's give them some time to sink to the bottom. Well, let's let them go off. Damn. All right. Just screw with my emotions like that. It's all right. All right, we'll go with you. Yeah, this is exactly why I'm building these two bases up and these three. I think that's why I spent all my money on those merchants. There's it's just too it's like you have to. Where is he at? Well, this is no fun. Well, we'll wait till he appears again. Fuck, it's always the subs. Yeah, as soon as I attack, they go slower. I might get lucky here. Man, if America was having submarine losses like this, there's no way. I mean, that should be good. Yep, that was good enough for me. I wonder. I'm just checking something out here. Oh, man. So, York has a fix to the size of task force, and you can make 15. You need to get that addition and add it to your game. Highly recommended, especially for your versions, since your versions are up powered and have tons of points. You could have 15 battleships, 15 aircraft carriers. I mean, of course, Japan can't because I don't have any carriers. But theoretically, you could do that. And that would be kind of cool. Man, these guys are just... They just don't care. All right. Floor it. But yeah, that new task force mod is pretty nice. So I would seriously consider adding it. It's kind of far, man. I don't think my guys are going to make it. No! Come on, we were out of the sun. He didn't see us. What's funny is, like, wouldn't this, like, just put holes in the sub? I don't think diving's, like, in your best interest after that point. Critical. Alright. Let's go to this one. Come on, boys. You got this. I think this guy's already wounded, too, so... he should be easy pickings. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Let the games begin. Alright, let's find out where this asshole's at. Lots of merchants. That is a heavy cruiser. I don't even know what. Well, you know what? I'm a fan of killing that stuff. Right? Like, if you got a battleship and you got 8 torpedo bombers, I think you go after the battleship. Are they turning? Yeah, he is. Alright, go get them, boys. That's probably the best I'm gonna get. These guys have good AA too. Nice, right into the ship. That's what I'm talking about, guys. I mean, I can't complain too much about that. Ah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's always nice to get your first capital ship. $5 points. Big money. Alright, let's mark this spot with a P. Let's... I think they're going back already. Alright. We'll send you back. It's 575, eh? I mean, theoretically, I could get some air cobras in there. But you know what? I've got these guys. There we go. We'll see if we can catch them. Alright, floor it. Alright. I was gonna say, like, I was about to get mad. Wow. I was beginning to think like this guy was like a ghost ship. How did that work? Oh, yeah, that works. Good job, boys. Let me go look at my enemy losses. So that was a South Dakota. Alright. I mean, I'm putting a dent in their subs, that's for sure. Alright, you can go back. Kinda worried about this guy. Let's just see if I can catch him with that guy. I'm just checking. You never know. I mean, they might have just surrendered. Alright, let's go from you. Rockets seem to work pretty well. One hit looks like a crush. Ignore, you're a Jake. Man, talk about lucky. Alright, let's go this way. Let's take another closer look at this. So we got a merchant. Whatever the hell that is. That's a light cruiser, though. So let's get you boys in the game. Alright. That is such a weird design there. Yeah, this is gonna be a complete air power game. So building up those bases to level 5 and then just expanding out is gonna be the key. Well, I hope I got enough torpedoes off. Nice, I think I have the plane crash. Oh, that was lovely. Surprised this one's not down already. Like, I love the concept of what if wars like this. It's just, I love alternative history. I think you need to steal all the models from Yort and then do a hard pass on, like, cost of ships and whatnot. Even though you did have different prices for your destroyers, there was just like 15 for a destroyer escort, but the best destroyer in the game costs 10. Doesn't make any sense. You need to get the Japanese carriers in the game. With the Allies having so many carriers, you almost have to have all versions of the Japanese in the game. Even then, you're hurting for numbers. Are you gonna put that fire out? Well, I'll take... That might be a light cruiser. Yeah, that was a light cruiser. These markers are a godsend in large games, because now I know that stuff going this way is a thing. I got 3. I'll wait. I'll let them build again. We'll see if we can catch him with this guy. Ugh. Wait, what? Okay, that was the right one. Yeah, totally want that. Alright, let's drop. Floor it. Oh man, that's probably one I wanted. Let's just drive in and get him. Go for the easy kill. If I had 12 of these, though, I'd probably send one at every one. Go for some merchants. Not too worried about planes. I'm assuming I just get a plane back a day. Alright. I don't think he's gonna sink either. I don't think that did much at all, actually. Alright, go back to your hole. Alright, let's tactical this guy. Nope. I missed him. Alright, new air. See if you can catch him. No, you need to get all the way to him. What are you guys doing? Yeah, I already got 15 points, man. Alright, let's take a look at this place. So I need more fuel. I need 300 fuel. So let's... And I need supply. So I'll probably take 2,000 supply. But you can head back home. Alright. And Mr. Money. You know what game improvement I want? I want increased range to pick supplies up. Just because I hate having to go to the mini map to do that. Alright. So you went to that one. So let's send you to this one. And we'll get that going. I'm just checking out all my stuff. This poor guy. The lead ship is just like, yeah, I'm dead. Now, I want to check something. Yeah, so it made the plane back. And let's see this one. So it made 2 Bettys back. So, probably pretty decent. We'll just, you know, do some additional checking over here since it's a known spot. Alright. You guys need to take care of that this time. Kind of tired of it. Let's just make this messy. I got them, and I might as well just use them. Yeah, you got Kates, though. Kates are useful. I don't think I want to waste that ability. You have Jakes, though. So let's use your Jakes. Alright, you don't. You don't. What's funny is the Jakes would be so much more useful right here. They were like right where you don't care for them. Alright, I am happy with that. I gotta start paying attention to subs. And 0. That's too far, man. Alright, alright. This is looking alright-ish. It's a beautiful shot right there. There we go. Was that enough? It was. Let's take a crazy look at something here. Alright, they got 24 of those. 77. I don't even know what the hell this class is, but it looks good. Yeah, they're not running out of subs in a long time. I like that flag. Yeah. All right. Well, let's just keep pushing my boys out. Let's see if the Veil can get them. I don't have a lot of, Alright. What's this little bullshit? Yeah, this is a Veil job. Alright, let's go. Come on, dive bombers. All you need is one 500-pound hit. Or a 250, but whatever. Even a 50 is good for these. Hell, this guy doesn't even look like he's, now he is. Oh yeah, there we go. You know, at this rate, maybe I will. It's one sinking. The other guy took damage. I saw that. There we go. They are not having a good day. All right. Let's see what we got here. That is a destroyer, and that is a big boy. Well, you guys get that guy, and we'll take that guy. They're dive bombers. It shouldn't matter what direction they're coming from. Man, the British are having a bad... They're about ready to have some bad days. And theoretically, I don't think the British would have anything here. I think the Americans would have to tank this. What? Interesting. Wow, not enough to even sink him. No way. Valves are not that great. Even with a 250 AP. All right. This is how it's going to be. I get it. You are mine. So I've made it through like 3 days so far. It's gonna go so slow. Alright. Heading back. Let's mark this spot, you know, as a happy land. What do I got? I mean, these are always nice. I think you gotta do that. Alright. Yeah, there he is. You know, the funny thing is, I want some of the rockets. I wonder if I can get those in zeros. That would be pretty sweet. Alright, let's take 4. And we'll do 8 at this guy. Drop, 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 drop. Damn. That's some brutal. I thought they were all going to go under him, man. I was going to get pissed. Man, this little Timex right here, man. Well, I got the big one. That's good enough. I'll send some fighters to clear this guy out. I don't know, man. If the war kicked off today and the U.S. has already lost this many ships, I don't think they want to go to war. To be honest, who kicked the war off? I'm pretty sure it was us. In fact, yeah, it was us. Well, this is a lot of combat casualties. 10 should work. Not the best, but not the worst. I'm kind of worried about like how hard all right, how hard invading Manila is going to be. It was one of the reasons why I decided against trying to invade it. I'll build up my my forces first. Man, they got such a range for their AA, man. This should do it. I mean, planes are free, so you want to make sure you get the kill. I'm amazed these guns still work. Oh, one of them's out. You see that one not firing? Those are working. Man, it's a tough old ship. The whole ship's probably yellow. This is a note to me, though. Don't get caught by air power. So any large group of ships I have, at minimum, has to have one carrier with 25 or 24 fighters up at once. Even then, it's probably death. Now, you have good AA, and you'll decimate the airwave. Now, you go back to base. Good job, boys. Alright, let's continue watching this madness. Damn, I'm at 22 already. Oh, Shiba. That's a bomber. I just worry. Oh, yeah. They're gonna chase me. That's kind of bullshit. Bombers acting like fighters. Yeah, get him. Get him. Get him. So I have fired a fairly large variety of weapons over the years. I've never heard anything that sounds like that machine gun. I mean, I'm at 99,000 feet. Where the hell? Oh, I guess they're going up too. Alright. Let's hope they're not heading for the homeland. I really don't want to play the strategic bombing game. Mainly since the Americans are going to win that. They're going to play the strategic bombing game. Alright, let's see where he's going. Oh, man. This is not good. Tokyo? No way. That is some massive distance. Yeah. You know, I got... Yep. You are going there, alright. But I got 18 zeros. You really gonna survive that guy? Probably not. Let's see how this first pass goes. Yeah, it's not gonna go well for them. Alright. That's an awful, hopeful, raid there, man. Return to base. Man, I keep forgetting that's Vladivostok. Oh, shit. I don't have zeros. That's funny as shit. Didn't have the juice to make it there. Alright, let's look down here to make sure. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's send that way. Let's send some zeros over here. You know, flood the space. Let's go this way. And then in. I really wouldn't want my destroyers being completely wiped in my first day. There we go. Alright. We need to send more. Yep. You get to come out here. Let's begin. Alright, what we got here? That is a big cruiser. Oh, there's only 3? Said there were 6. Well, the only thing that can hurt me is the cruiser. So, that is the attack. Gotta hit the cruiser. Everything else is kind of pointless. Honestly surprised I haven't seen like a carrier wing or something flying around. Could at least have the decency to hit him. I mean, that looks like some good burn. Some good burn, guys. This probably helps if I get into a surface action. I can tell why I don't work on models. Those guns annoy the hell out of me right now. I mean, I take it back. The Veils are alright. I kind of wish they had 500 pounders. That would be nice. Oh, that works. Alright, return to base. You're 4. Let's get your 4 right in there. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, let's begin. I mean, I got 8. That's pretty good for 2 destroyers. I feel fairly confident about this. Probably going to take some losses, though. Alright, we'll just go after this one. Man, they put up some AA. Wow. Not the greatest. Either way, this will make the surface. The 2 Japanese destroyers will just crush these guys. And then the Monis, of course, too, are pretty good. I think you go for one more time. I'm all about killing stuff. Especially since I get money every time for it. I'm a big fan of the money. Playing this on the American side, it'll be insane. Because of all the money. Alright, let's take a look at him. Oh yeah, you're burning 2 times. Ooh, I even got lots of ammo. I mean, it hurts, but planes are meant to be wasted in this game. I think I got them both, actually. Alright, there's the problem. The Fletchers. Yeah, those Fletchers, man. There's so many of them. Either way, I destroyed a cruiser and 2 destroyers. That can't be all too bad. You know, I kind of like this. I think you need to take a pass at the cost of the ships, and then I would love to see all the Japanese, at least the Japanese carriers that are in the original game. But you can go into the old Pacific mod There should be at least 10 to 12 Japanese carriers. And then I know you probably don't like this, but I'd probably time gate some ships so you don't have like all the insanely powerful ships at the early part of the game. I don't think I'm going to get this guy. That is sad. Well, we'll call it there. He's wounded, though. Turn to base. Go get him, boys. He's probably like, ah, shit. So AA, might have to look at like ships and the best AA ships I got. Damn. How dare you? But any ship that has 4 or 8 guns for destroyers, and then you gotta take a look at the cruisers you rock. I bet you the Russian ones are pretty good. That's actually not that good. Alright, 16. The good old Kremlin class. I get 10 of those. $12. You know, they might actually have shitty. That is most unfortunate. I want to find me some Atlantas. Alright. He doesn't want to die. Or he might want to die. He's just taking his time about it. I'm kind of amazed he's going as fast as he is. Yeah, I'll have to just take the loss on this one. It's late too. So he's gonna have to, you know, let's see if we can manage. Alright. Well, you guys can always take troops, because I don't trust that. Let's take 4,000 supply. So I need 200 engineering. Alright. Then let's just take troops, you know, to avoid that worrisome invasion. And we'll get this guy up there next time. You know what's funny is I might just keep my subs right here. I wish these guys had scout planes. That'd be helpful. Alright, ignore. What do we got? What do we got? 3 ships. Alright, let's do that. There we go. It's probably subs. Alright. Attack. And attack. That's not feeling it. Come on, let's get the rockets off. Give me a nice direct hit. And 2 flooded compartments. I don't know if I got any direct hits, but I don't think that has made them happy either. 4 20mm cannons. Thank you, Russia. Boom. I am just raking up the dollars. Let me check this guy. No, it's this guy. Let me check this guy. Yeah, he's coming back at 2 a day. I'm gonna keep him building up. I want these guys to have 12. You know what? We'll do something like this. You know, just circle them up there. I have no idea where the sea lanes are at or how the computer thinks. So you're kind of going to have to wing it. But I have a feeling doing something like this is probably good for me. Anything to defend that guy. I have never heard of that town in my life. Wait, what? Alright, let's check. I'm suspicious. Alright, let's look at the rules. Blah, 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 blah. Of the Soviet Union. Alright, let's look at the rules. Alright. So I'm getting 190 a round. Alright. Five base days, 1 for return in. Alright, alright. They got nighttime, got it. Oh, that's so weird. I know for a fact this didn't have 46 and 46. Something seems weird. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Alright, so let's check on this. Let's continue, since these are two airfields, let's make... I'd like to have 5,000 at least on them. Alright. 4 ships, you say? Let's see what we got here. Alright, let's take a look at what we're at. Well, first off, let's go... You know... Alright, there we are. Well, you know one of the rules I have with submarines? You don't attack. You don't attack destroyers. Ever. I learned that a long time ago. And he had 60 troops somehow on board. No idea how. Alright, you guys continue on your little path. And we'll let the airplane get that guy. Ignore. No, he went south, so go south. Alright, there you go. Tactical that up. Alright. Floor it. Alright. 1, 2. I'm trying to get a feel for how powerful these rockets are. But this way everyone gets attacked. That's pretty good, though. I'm probably pretty good with suiciding most of these guys. Alright, we'll let him go. I mean, they do damage him up pretty well. I'm gonna guess you're gonna need 3. Probably 3 on each destroyer. But it's also good to damage him up too, you know. He ain't dying. Yeah, heavy, moderate. That is a shame. Return to base. But you know what I got? I got air cobras too. I'll just do 2 apiece. Alright. What is this bullshit? What is a cruiser doing in the middle of Japan? I'm curious, man. So curious. I might be able to get him with this guy. Oh no, never mind. Nope. There's no way. That cruiser, I don't know where the hell they're at. Alright. Go home. You know, if I get more money, I might make a secondary all destroyer fleet just to run troops. Because I'm sitting at 20. I mean, I got troops back here too. And that place grows troops. And this place grows troops. How much do they grow? They get 2,000 a week. So I think I get another group of destroyers. And they're just going to reinforce ports. Yeah, see? Oh man, I've got this bad feeling. I think there's a maintenance cost to keep ports alive. If there is, but this guy did. All right, so this guy doesn't have that problem. This guy does. This guy does. And so do these two. I'm going to have to keep watch on that. I had to do another trip here anyway. So we'll make sure we get... All right. All right. So you're going down there. Sure. The subs are really just a bunch of scouts for me. See, this is what I'm worried about, is this type of shit. They're suicidal. Alright. Unload all. How are you not in range, guy? Alright, 5 a.m. That is the obvious choice. Alright, we'll do number 10 through 18. There you go. And you guys can go after the other one. This is probably not going to go very happy for these guys. There they are. Wow, that's some misses there. Alright, it's nice. We got a sinkage. All right. I'm gonna have to build tons. I might have to build a lot more supply. Actually, what do you got? We'll let the big one build up. What will it take from here to give to there? Any way I can build these airfields up is probably preferable. And then I'll use this guy as north. Then we got south supply. I might build another supply. Alright. You know what? I bet you something like this will be good. Not too concerned where they're at. I'm just trying to be useful with my guys. Alright, is this the cruiser? I hope it's the cruiser. I think 18 Air Cobras is good. You can ignore that guy. My God. They really just don't ever stop. At this rate, they're going to be gone. Oh, I mean, that's tactical that guy up. At this current pace, they're dead. I'm gonna slaughter these guys. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, that's a cruiser. These are both cruisers. So let's go 10 through 18. Break, form up. You hit the guy in the back. We'll see what 9 and 9 does. I have a feeling this isn't going to be pretty for them. Yeah, they're easy to hit. Really didn't start any fires though. let's check. Interesting. Some decent damage. I'll have to finish these guys off. Some suicidal ass cruisers though, that's for sure. Alright, let's pee that guy up right there. And you're gonna return to base, but you're gonna give me something else. You know, I want to make sure they die. Let's do the Bettys. Alright. Oh shit. Yeah, there's... Yeah, I need to kill these guys. I cannot afford to lose my supply ships. Alright, what do we got here? Alright. You know, I should have floored it on the way there. That was probably a mistake. Oh shit, there's... That's about as best I can do. I think he just went under anyway. Yeah, he did. Of course. Alright. Excuse me. Whew, man. Well, that's 3. Yep, that one got away. You know, sometimes you only get 3 subs. Alright, return to base. Let's be a little bit safer with him. Not that I'm too particularly worried about anything. Like, what? What in darnation? Damn it, it's nighttime. See, I am worried about heavy cruisers, though. Because they can ruin my day. Of course. All right. You know, it's no fun if you can't harass the enemy at home. All right. Do planes cost money? You know what? They might actually cost me money. It's still not a concern in this game. There's too much resources. All right. So, these I'm going to reinforce quickly. So, let's reinforce one of the new islands. And then when he gets back, I think I'm going to buy a whole new set of monies. All right, I'm going to call it here. Anyway, thanks for joining me today, but I am out of here. Game looks interesting. I'm kind of curious how I'm going to have to win this game. But my guess is, like, to be honest, I know I need Manila in that one. So as soon as I get tons of money, you just build an 8 battleship fleet, 8 Yamatos, and just go down here with 2 carriers and be like, hey, guy. And you just crush the ports. And then multiple supply ships come in. But that will be easy. To be honest, I could probably strategic bomb them to death. Anyway, I'm out of here. Later.